Hello, my friend Stephanie Bernard at the Stamps of Life, along with my little sidekick, Cookie. Now, Cookie just wanted to say hi. It was funny. Before we started this video, she was looking at me on the floor. She was like staring at me like, Mom, I need to say hi to my friends. So Cookie wants to say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi, friends. Hi, friends. Say, I'm doing much better lately, huh? Yeah. Yeah, can I have a kiss? Give Mom a kiss. Kiss. Mwah. I stole a kiss. Okay, so she just wanted to say hi. I'm going to put her down. Oh, I love her so much. Okay, so you go down, go play with Dad. I have a fun product to share with you today. Now, this product is going to have a lot more uses in our future as well. So I'm really excited about that. Now, as you know, I travel a lot. I think I go to, last count, I think it's like 26 events a year. And I have a friend, Nicole Peterson, and she came out with these awesome brushes, and they are ink blending brushes. Now, she's calling them life-changing, and they pretty much are, because in the past we've used the blending sponges, and those are great, those are fine, but these are a little better. And you know, it's always nice when we have like a new improved item, and this is it, definitely. Now, they come in a pack of a whole bunch, and I don't even know how many are in here. We'll count in just a minute, and they're awesome. Now, first of all, I know you're thinking, okay, these look like makeup brushes, and yes, they do look a lot like makeup brushes. In fact, that's where she got the idea for these. So yes, they do look like makeup brushes. However, these bristles are a little different than makeup brushes. These are plastic bristles, so they don't absorb all of the paint or the ink. Now, like when you're using them for makeup, when you have the makeup type brushes, those are hair, so they can keep the ink, or the makeup, you know, the foundation in them. These don't absorb the ink, they let the ink go on the paper, so they're a little different. Now, they're really fun, and I'm gonna show you, I'm grabbing a stencil, and I'm just giving you a heads up, we're coming out with a lot more stencils coming soon, so get prepared for that. So I have my little stencil here. I'm going to just lay that down. Now, I'm also coming out with a really cool thing, so just hang on to your hats. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to use some washi tape, and I just had a whole bunch, here's some. I'm going to just use a little bit of washi tape to hold this down, but coming soon, Tiff and I are working on something. I can't tell you what it is yet, but it's going to be really awesome. You're going to love it. So right now, we're just going to lay this down, and we're just going to add some washi to it. Now, if you have aerosol sprays for adhesive, you can use that as well. I'm not an aerosol person. I don't like to use aerosols, so I'm going to use my washi tape for now. But don't worry, something's coming. So what we're going to do first, I want to get out all the brushes. This kit comes with, and don't quote me, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 brushes, and I want to make sure that I'm right, but I don't know. Oh well. But they come with lots of different sizes. Also, we're going to sell them in the small version and just the large versions by themselves if you want to start slow. How many do you need? In all honesty, I'd like to have a lot. I'm going to actually keep them in my stamp store and go. So I'm going to keep them all like this in the tray so I can just pull them all out when I'm ready to go. That's just me. Actually, I get to open them all up now. But what I want to show you first is how awesome they are. So let's put that on the floor over there, and let's get out some of our inks. Now, first of all, most important, do not use these on your ink pads that you use to stamp. So my stamp ink pads, these are for my rubber stamps or my clear stamps, right? Don't use those for ink blending, okay? I don't want you to get any fuzz or any dirt or any dust on these, because if you get dust or dirt on these, when you ink it, especially the fuzz from the ink blenders, any of the ink blenders, if you get that on here, it's not gonna give you a good stamp impression. So use your smaller ink pads for this, okay? So I'm going to, well, of course I wanna use green on this because I'm using kind of like a green thing, but I saw one of my design team members use another color, so I'm gonna grab a red, and ooh, let's grab a yellow. Let's just play. We're just gonna play right now. So I'm grabbing a brush, and I'm gonna start with green, and I'm just gonna grab some ink on here, and you're just gonna kind of rub it on there. That's fine, that works. And you're gonna just lightly go like this. Now, Nicole likes you to hold your finger on the back of it because you're gonna get better control. Now, the first couple times you use this, I definitely want you to do this on, like, just practice, okay? Just practice. The fun thing, though, is you really can't go wrong, and it's really nice. So I'm going to stay with the green on this, and I'm going to grab another green, because I just want you to see how fun it is to blend. So So I'm going to grab another green, and I used the same brush. Isn't that awesome? And now I'm going to grab a darker green, and I'm just going to go around and around. I want you to play with this. Now I'm going to kind of combine those two greens right here, so they're going to kind of combine. See how it's going to get darker to lighter. Just going to kind of rub around. Look at this, look at this. Now, you really don't need to clean these brushes. You're just going to kind of go like this, because remember, they let the ink go. They let the ink go. So you're going to get it nice and clean, and then you can move on. But what she recommends is like keeping one for greens, any of the greens, one for the reds, any of the reds. So you kind of mix and match. So I'm going to grab a littler one for, let's do yellow. So I want to grab a little one for yellow. And you'll notice I do have some fuzzies on this, but on this one, I'm not using this for my rubber stamp, my clear stamps, so it doesn't matter if I have fuzzies on this one. So I'm just going to grab some of this, and I'm going to just go like this, and see how I'm pushing down on my finger. I want you to play. I want you to have fun, but ooh, look at how those yellow and the greens are mixing a little bit. So pretty. And then I'm going to kind of clean it off a little bit. Look, it's like hardly anything's left. And I'm going to grab some red. This is actually a dark red. So we're just going to grab a little. Ooh, that's dark. So we're just going to run it in here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And you're like, it's funny because at first I'm always going, okay, well, I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't know. But wait until you're done and you see it. It's kind of like the watercoloring pens when you play with it and you're like, oh, ooh, that's pretty. And look, I'm making an orange up here when I'm putting the yellow and the red together. And I'm playing, and I'm going to go along the edges just so you can really see what it looks like. This is so pretty. You're going to just start falling in love. Now, don't forget, we're coming out with more stencils, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to kind of blend a little into the green. Just play, okay? Now, there's lots of different brushes. Now, there's smaller brushes, so if you want it, she said also that this is great. This long, skinny one is great for grass. So if I wanted to do grass, I would just literally just kind of go in like that. And add some green like this. There's actually, I think, even a smaller one. There's even a smaller one for smaller grass. But you can add just little pieces of grass. Just play with these, okay? I want you just to like explore them. Now what we're gonna do though is we're gonna lift this up. Are you ready for this? This is the fun part. When I was playing with these in the beginning, I would make them and I'd go, whoa, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful background. Now, we're making our stencils larger. I know most companies make their stencils 6 by 6. I think they're thinking like more scrapbook albums. Well, I'm doing 5 by 7-ish. That's the size I'm doing because if you do a 5 by 7 card, you have the whole background. You're not moving your stencil around for that extra inch. And if you're doing a smaller card, you have plenty of space to do that small card in. But look at how gorgeous that is. Look how the colors blend together, and it's lighter over here, darker over here, lighter over here. It just looks fantastic. Now, another thing you can do with these is get a smaller brush, and let me get a smaller brush. Let's use this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some, eventually what I'm planning on doing is getting some washi tape, because these are even new to me. I'm gonna get some washi tape, and I'm going to put like a little piece around the neck of it. So like if this is gonna be like my red brush, I'm gonna put a little piece of red washi tape around it. So I know, oh, grab this for the red family, grab this one for the yellow family, grab this one for the green family. So that's kind of what my plan is. And I'm gonna grab a new one right now. I'm gonna grab a smaller one. And I want to get like a light pink here. And so actually I think this is, what is this? Is this candy? I think that's candy. And I'm going to grab some ink, and I'm going to ink the edges of my project here. So I'm just going to run around the edge, just inking it a little tiny bit, because you know what? You can't go wrong with inking. Am I right? So I'm just going to add a little tiny bit around the edges. Actually, we should probably get a piece of paper. There we go. So we can do this easier. So I'm just going to run along the edges, and then I'm going to get my, this is much better to do it this way. And then I'm just going to get a little extra oomph, right? Because that's more fun that way. So we're just going to add some color. And I probably should have picked a different color so you could see this darker on camera. I know on camera it's harder to see than in real life. But here we go. We're just decorating the edges, but it just adds a little extra pop. And you know, I always talk about ink the edges of all your die cuts because it just makes it look better. It just makes it look more finished. So I'm really excited about these brushes. Check them out. We are doing our online event soon, and we're going to need these for our stencil project. So if you like these, get them soon because they're going to be awesome. And Nicole said, don't worry about breaking them. They're really flexible. You don't have to worry about anything like that. And they're plastic bristles, which is fascinating to me. And then to clean them, how do you clean them? She recommends just rubbing them on paper. Look, you can see the green is almost gone already. And then, did I use this one? And then what we're gonna do is, if it gets really, really, really icky, you can wash it with soap and water, but then you need to let them air dry, and it takes at least overnight to let them air dry. She says she seldom washes her brushes. So you really don't even need to think about them. Just kind of clean them off onto white paper just to get them nice and clean. But as long as you stick with the color family, you're good to go. So aren't these fun? Get a set, play with them, and let me know what you think, because I love them and I hope you love them as much as I do. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.